Did you know there was once a city in the middle of the Sahara that held hundreds of thousands of books when most of Europe had barely recovered from the Dark Ages? A place where scholars traveled across deserts, kings traded gold by the ton, and ideas moved faster than caravans. This city was Timbuktu, and its story is far stranger and far richer than the myths ever told. Timbuktu began as a simple seasonal camp used by Tuareg nomads in the 1100s. Nothing glamorous, no gold, no palaces, but its position was perfect. Right where the Niger River's life-giving waters met the Sahara's trade routes. Imagine a crossroads where salt from the desert, gold from the south, ideas from the east, and merchants from every corner all collided. By the 1300s, during the Mali Empire, this dusty outpost had transformed into a major trading hub. Gold caravans poured in, scholars arrived. Mosques rose, manuscripts filled private libraries. It was becoming Africa's intellectual capital. At its peak, Timbuktu was one of the most educated places on Earth. Not by myth, by record. The University of Sankore became a powerhouse of learning. Students studied astronomy, law, geometry, medicine, philosophy, poetry, and history. Some scholars memorized thousands of pages of text before breakfast. Yes, literally. There were over 180 madrasas. Libraries held hundreds of thousands of manuscripts. Handwritten works on science and ideas that Europe wouldn't rediscover for centuries. Merchants joked that in Timbuktu, salt was worth its weight in gold, and knowledge was worth even more. It wasn't just wealth. It was a world of intellect, precision, and disciplined scholarship. These manuscripts weren't dusty scrolls. They were scientific debates, legal arguments, astronomical charts, medical descriptions, and detailed mathematics. Some texts show planetary calculations, surgical procedures, and philosophical commentary that match the great intellectual traditions of the Arab world, Persia, and beyond. Timbuktu created its own publishing economy. Scribes, bookbinders, paper traders, ink makers. Books became currency. Students paid tuition with manuscripts. Professors earned fortunes from teaching. It wasn't a city. It was a giant engine of human knowledge. But deserts shift, empires fall, trade routes die. In the 1500s, war, political instability, and changing global trade corridors weakened Timbuktu. As the Atlantic coast became the new economic center, the Sahara routes faded. The city shrank, but its libraries survived. Hidden in trunks, buried in courtyards, guarded by families for generations. Even when colonial powers mocked Timbuktu as a mystical nowhere, the manuscripts quietly waited. Today, Timbuktu still stands, quiet, fading, but still holding one of the world's greatest surviving collections of ancient African knowledge. Thousands of manuscripts have been preserved, digitized, and studied. They prove beyond doubt that West Africa once ran a vibrant intellectual tradition, driven by curiosity and disciplined scholarship. When people say Africa had no centers of learning, Timbuktu answers softly. We wrote our brilliance in ink. You only forgot to look.